Hello and welcome everyone. Good morning and good evening. Just a minute, I'll switch off the light. Fan is making so much noise. Yeah. So we'll just wait for a minute for everybody to join. Hi. Thank you for joining today. So today we are going to cover so many things. It might be a little longer thing today because we have just a minute. Okay, it's request to join. Okay. So there are so many things in October. There are so many celestial events which are happening, and so many other things happening. Astrological events are happening, and a lot of other things. So I thought that let us do live and let us share those the things which are happening this month, and especially I wanted to cover the portal energies and the synchronicities, which I get a lot of questions around synchronicities as well. So I wanted to cover that as well with each one of you. So let's start. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking out time in the evening. So from 3rd to 14th of October, we know that Pitru Paksh has started. I hope you have been following some of the remedies which we shared in our last live, and you are trying to honor your ancestors. Today is a very special day. Today is Indrani Ekadashi, where when we fast today, when we actually honor our ancestors today, we help them move on their path faster. So if you have been fasting by accident, that is good. If not, then it's okay. You can still pray. You can still offer your special prayer asking divine. It is like you are asking divine to help your ancestors move on their path. Anything that you can do for your ancestors is valuable. Anything. I mean, don't look at the magnitude of what you're doing. Just do it. My request is like that. So for today we have 1010 portal, which is which is why we have connected. Then we have World Mental Health Awareness Day. It is celebrated every year by WHO, World Health Organization, and every year there's a theme around it. So this year the theme was Your Mind, Your Rights. So it is like basically it is trying to say that we all have our own minds and we have our own rights. So what we deliberated today in our session, we did a YouTube live session today. We have shared it on the YouTube as well, where we had a very special guest with us, Professor Manoj Chaudhary from, he's a Vice Chancellor, founding Vice Chancellor from Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, and he was very supportive of the cause that our younger generation should not succumb to the expectation of parents and society. That was that theme of the conversation. The topic was the role of society in students' well-being. So how as a society we are pressurizing a small child to take such an extreme step. We all have to stand, and I urge my family here to stand with me and support in whatever possible ways, so that we can make it a mission and take it across the globe. I mean, it is not limited to India, and unfortunately it is not limited to any layer of society. Each one of us have seen some of the other news around us, and earlier were the days when people were, those who had lack of something thought of ending their life. But today, kids who have everything, who have more than enough with them, they choose to take that step because they are so helpless. They are so done with current situation that they can't think of anything else. We as adults, we as parents and as educators, I think and I feel, strongly believe that it is our responsibility to provide a nurturing environment for our kids so that they flourish. We are 8 billion people, we are 8 billion minds and 8 billion different destinies. Let us not push people or kids around us to become doctor or engineer or certain ways only. Let them flourish. Maybe they are lotus and we are trying to just flourish them like a rose. It doesn't work. Lotus will not grow in mud. Allow it to grow where it grows. give it that kind of a surrounding and nurturing. That was the theme which we discussed today. Then today Pluto ended its retrograde. What does that mean? That means that a big transformation phase is now over. A big cycle is completed today. So you might feel last couple of days might be very overwhelming and challenging for you. You might feel little slow down and relaxing, but then there is another thing coming up, which is like on 14th of October we have a solar eclipse coming up. It might not be seen in India, and I wanted to talk about it, about the solar eclipse energy. It is not seen, it is not about where it is seen and where it is not seen. So wherever it is seen, the effects are definitely very high, but the areas where they are not seen, it's not that the energies are not available. Use it as a just like it's like a switch. The switch goes off and on. It's like a reboot. We call it a cosmic reboot. So when solar eclipse happen, it's a cosmic reboot where people and everything actually should go for a shutdown and then restart again with the sun. So lot of spiritual people look forward for eclipse season, because during eclipse time, during the eclipse, when eclipse is happening, around that time, the energies are so intense, so high, that whatever you do magnifies 1,000 times. So if you pray, it magnifies 1,000 times. If you do other things, we are working, a lot of frustration, a lot of other things, that will also magnify 1,000 times. So it's better to be mindful during that time, and it's better to be little bit more of in control of a situation, let's put it that way, so that at least whatever is happening, you know, it's not going in a negative direction. So and then on 14th, Sarvapitri Amavasya is also there. So we discussed in the last live as well. Sarvapitri Amavasya means when all our ancestors are here together. That is one of the most beautiful days to, if you could not do anything for these 15 days, please take out some time to donate food, donate medicine, do whatever you can do, feed somebody, feed some animals, go to animal shelter and support there, do whatever you can do in the name of your ancestors, and help them move on their path. And those who have been putting the lamp, which we discussed earlier, the last day, what you have to do is put the lamp in the south direction, so that you can take up so that the soul actually goes from the it is said that, again, I don't know, I have not seen that, but it is said that souls move from the south direction. So it's like last thing you're telling them. So find out the south direction in your house, and outside the house, don't put it inside the house, outside the house put that lamp, saying that thank you so much for being here around. In your own language, you can use any affirmations, that kind of. Okay, thank you so much for being around, and now I wish that you go on your path for your accession, and while you are leaving, please bless us with good health, prosperity, and peace of mind. This is all we need, right? So that's about the Sarvapitri Amavasya on 14th of October, and we also have Mahalaya on that day. Mahalaya means Adishakti Ma will come. It's symbolic. The energies of Adishakti Ma rises, and we all see the presence of divine Shakti for next 9 days. That's what we call Navaratri, and and Dashera. So we have lot of events coming up. That's what I started the conversation with. That a lot of events are coming up, which are very significant for us. And then we have lunar eclipse on 28th of October. So we have a solar eclipse on 14th and lunar eclipse on 28th, and this is a eclipse season. Please be mindful, please be it's okay. I mean, a lot of things will come up which you might not like, a lot of things will happen which might be transformative for you. It is okay. If you will not allow things to unfold, universe will force it, and when it forces, the energies are not very comfortable for us. So just go with the flow, just allow, just be very mindful. If you can't do anything, just follow your intuitions, just have deep breathing. The breath work will work like a charm for you. So you can do deep breathing, you can do pranayam if you want to do, you can do meditation, chanting, whatever you want to do, whatever is close to your heart. We never give any one specific way that this is the right way. No, As we discussed, 8 billion people, 8 billion minds. Whatever works best for you, please follow that, but do something about it so that you are aligned, so that you constantly remind yourself that you are supported by universe, and universe always has your back. Even if things are happening which you don't like, universe is doing it for your favor. Right? So yeah, so these are the cosmic chaos which are going to happen, and in every chaos there is a alignment. So do not worry about the chaos part, just look at the alignment side of it, and stay attuned, and I'm always there. You can ask me for support wherever, as and when needed. I will be always happy to support. You know, my you can reach out to me on Instagram or through my WhatsApp number as well. What I wanted to say is solar eclipse energy is 6 months. The energy stays for 6 months. Lunar eclipse energy stays for 15 days. And full moon energy stays for 5 days. So you have to be watchful of these things. Whenever there is a solar eclipse, whatever you do during that period impacts 6 months of your life. So please do not become ignorant about that energy presence and say that I don't believe in all these things. Oh, it's not happening in India. Okay, fine, it's not happening in India, but still the energy is there. Still you can make the best of it. So this was around the upcoming events which I wanted to share. Now let's move to the, I have written down so that I can't remember all those things, so I write down the pointers for us. Now we move to the portal energies and synchronicities, which we thought we will cover today. And in between, if you have any questions or anything for me, you can definitely drop it, and we will cover it as we go forward. So portals, as we know, are the times when the alignment happens. It is like, you might have seen those multiverses movies, and there's this space, and there people enter and you reach another dimension. Actually, I mean, that is a little exaggerated version, but actually the reality is that we are multi-dimensional being. We are actually living in many more dimensions than only on earth. So the best version of you, the richest person of you, or the happiest version of you also exists in the dimension which is accessible during these portal energies. So that is why these energies are very important. That is why observing these, aligning yourself, doing portal meditations, these come very, it helps you, because the energies are high on upsurge. When you do things, you actually align yourself. We always talk about it, that whenever the energies are aligned or on upsurge, you do things and it fastens your growth. So I hope that you make best use of the portal energies available. So portal energies are what? 1122, 1st of January, 0101. It's a new beginning, 0202, like that, 0303. So there are a couple of more important portals, like 0808, which is, it comes during August. It's a Lion Gate portal, and that is a very, very powerful portal. We talk a lot. We have written a lot about it. Please check our content. You will find a lot of around gateway energies. Then yes, Naglakshmi, today it is 1010. That's where we are connecting today. Then 1010 is another powerful portal, because it is a flip. It's like on the edge of transformation. 1010 is the edge of transformation. So that is what the energy of 1010 is. Then 1212 portal is also very powerful. All these portals are very nice to observe, and do simple meditation, simple chanting, what you can do, that will help you. Then comes the synchronicities. So synchronicities was, this term itself was given by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, and Jung believed that there are events that are not directly linked by cause and effect, but have a significant meaning. That means whatever is happening, almost everything, whatever is happening in our life is cause and effect. We did something, something happened. We did something, something else happened. But during synchronicities, these are independent of cause and effect. Suddenly something happened. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you were thinking of something, and that something manifests. Or you are thinking of something, and a butterfly just goes around you. That's another way of universe communicating to you. Same way, there are angel numbers. Many of us who walk on this path, universe starts to communicate through these angel numbers 111, 222, 333, 0404, 0440, all those different kinds of numbers. Each number is like a postcard from universe. So each number has a message for you, and there are so many websites, they tell about these angel numbers. You can look at the numbers, but for a couple of, I just wrote down a couple of them, like 111 says that you are in flow, 333 that you are divinely supported, 555 that change is coming, and 777 is like trust your path. So these are very important numbers, and we see very often, many times we see on the car going ahead of us these kind of numbers, and we should know that these kind of numbers are universe talking to you, universe telling you that you are on the right path. What you have to do is always trust your instincts, trust your intuition at that point of time. Whatever you were thinking, just it's like a reminder for you, whatever you were doing, whatever you were thinking or talking during that time. And if you see suddenly a synchronous number, then you know that universe is trying to communicate to you and trying to tell you that you are on the right path, you are on the flow. I don't go in details of these numbers. I have just given up, because the whole day we see synchronicities. So I have given up on that. Whenever I see, or my son sees synchronous time, we just say, thank you universe, angels around, thank you universe. That's the only thing we do. And we do it, I think, some 10-15 times a day, and that is the way we live in gratitude. So that is another way of living in gratitude, totally all the time aligned with the universe and staying in gratitude all the time. Then 1221, 1331, 1441, 1551, these are also the numbers which we see a lot. These are palindromic numbers, these are mirror numbers. So when you see these kind of numbers, they indicate that there's a reflection time. Whatever you are doing at that point of time, you should reflect on the effect of what you are doing. Like maybe there's some thoughts are coming to your mind, but you don't know whether maybe you are doing certain task or a project, but time to reflect on whether this is right for you or not. So that is how, if you are constantly seeing 1441 or 1551, 1331, that kind of numbers, then it's universe's way of nudging you that look at it, reflect it back, what is happening, reflect it back. So next time when you see these numbers, please be aware, and more you become aware of these numbers, more and more synchronicities you will start to see. And that's the power of these synchronicities and the angel numbers for you. Then I had a couple of questions people have sent to me, so I thought I will quickly cover that as well. One of the questions which I received was why I feel lost all the time. I feel missing feeling. Okay, so that is what we discussed, that we are a multidimensional being. We are available in many dimensions. We are actually manifesting ourselves in many dimensions. A lot is happening. So those people who are not anchored properly on earth, the root chakra is blocked or does not have the right flow of energy, always feel lost, because their energies are in their higher chakras, and that is where they don't feel the sense of belonging. So there's something missing there. I don't know what is that missing. You need to ground yourself. You need to anchor yourself on earth for you to make sure that you belong here. Second thing is, these people have not taken charge of their power. What I mean is that you have to call back all your energies from all sources and places. You have to bring your power back into your system. We have created a YouTube video. Please watch out on our Diksha Live channel. Those videos are it's very powerful video where we get to see how we can call our energies back and how we can send away the energies which no longer serve us. There are people, there are places, and there are things which affect us. Their energy affect us. When people leave us, they leave their energy imprints on us. We should send that back to them, and we should call our energies back as well. That way we stay the empowered being that we are. So that is a small exercise every day you should do, and you will see the power. I have seen it, and that is why I only share things which I do and I see experimentally. I am the first guinea pig of all that I tell you that. And then when I tried it and I tested it, it worked. You have no idea how much I am grateful for that exercise, because it's like cosmic something opened up for me. I mean, whole year 2021 I did this practice for a couple of months. Last couple of months I did that practice, and whole 2022 was about all people who have ever not have a good relationship with me, or ever have hurt me, or ever have harmed me in certain way. On their own they came from forward to ask for forgiveness. Can you believe that? There are people whom I have not spoken to 10 years or more. They came and they asked for forgiveness. And it's not about they're asking me forgiveness. It's about settling the account. It's about settling that energy which was chaotic. I didn't even know that it was going on in my energy field. I forgot those people completely. But then they came from saying that, oh, I'm so sorry, I have hurt you certain way, or I'm so sorry, we were immature during that time. So perfectly fine. So that was my experiment, and I have really seen the power of it. So please do that without hesitation. It will work, but you have to continue to do it. Then the next question we have, how can we make best use of Akashic reading? So Akashic reading, as you know, we have discussed that these are energetic imprints of our past, present and future. This gives us information about our own karma. These are not fixed records. There's nothing fixed for you. This is live breathing space. So when you enter into records and when you ask a question, you receive an answer. When you act on those remedies, or when you do what is necessary, whatever was due on you, and when you do those things, a lot shifts in your life. I have seen many people who keep coming back to me because their reading was done, then they got some solution, they again something again moved in their life, they again came back. So it's like chunks. The data is released in chunks, and those chunks, when after a point it makes sense. Oh, this is what was happening there, and that is how you change. A lot of inner work also happens actually when you open your records, when you do your Akashic reading. Lot of inner work happens. You will not even realize, I don't know where all these inner child issues, shadow work, all those surfaces, and you will feel. And I warn people very well ahead of time that a lot will shift from here on. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel that, oh my God, what is happening now? Why suddenly my life was going well and now suddenly what is happening? Nothing is happening. All that you put under the rugs, the carpet, we have just pulled the carpet. So now all energies are out, all the dust is there. So you have to clean it. It's your work which you have to do, and it was due for many lifetimes on you. So better you do it now so that you don't have to repeat the patterns. I have seen records where people live same exact copy of life multiple times. Why do you want to do that? Why would you like to do that, right? I mean, you have to progress. It's like you're going in the third standard again and again. Why would you like to study in third standard again and again, right? You have to move to the bigger classes, and for that you have to do your homework. For that you have to give your exams. You have to qualify. We all will clap for you. You will go to the next class. So that's the benefit of doing Akashic reading. Then, okay. So another question is why I don't. Oh, okay. So that was for me. Okay, why I don't share updates every day? Okay, that's a very interesting question. So many people have asked me that I should create reels, or I should create a lot of posts. Why am I not seen online? See, I'll tell you very frankly, I don't want to become addicted to social media. Neither I want you to become addicted to me or social media. Don't do that. Do not depend on anybody for anything. As and when I have something important to say, I come and share. Just to, I mean, there's nothing wrong, but just to increase following, just to increase likes and shares, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, because our mental health is most important. My mental health is also important, and your mental health is important. If you're my family member, why would I ask you to get addicted to social media, right? I would not do that. I will not use tricks to make my reels viral. It's okay. These are very, very soulful conversations. It will reach where it needs to reach. I don't need to actually, I have not done anything. It's very organic and I like to keep it organic. If you resonate with me, you stay with me. If you don't resonate tomorrow, maybe you don't resonate, it's fine. You will find your new teachers, you will find your new companions, you will find your new tribe. And that is perfectly fine with me, because when I call you family, I wish good for you. So if you don't connect with me, if you don't talk to me, if you don't interact with me, that is also fine, because I know that you are engaging into something else which is more meaningful in your journey at this point in time. That's my stand of not sharing every day. And thank you so much for asking this question, and thank you so much for inspiring me to do more of these kind of conversations. Okay, I recently shared a question. It was on purpose when I asked what you will choose, peace or pleasure. Some of you must have seen that when I said, what will you choose? That was on purpose, because I knew that World Mental Health Day is coming, and the biggest reason of our misery is this conflict only. We sometimes choose peace over pleasure, momentary peace, pleasure over long-term peace, and that becomes the challenge. That is where we have to, those are the moments when we have to catch ourselves, ki, what am I doing here? Why am I doing it? Is it serving the purpose of whatever I align myself with? Is it good for my higher self? Like that kind of questions we need to ask. Just don't give up on that small pleasure in that moment. So somebody have asked this question, isn't pleasure and peace same at times? Yes, at times it is same, but let's go back to the science, neuroscience of pleasure and peace. So pleasure is dopamine, and peace is a serotonin release. So the energy itself is very different. So how your body processes that emotion is very different. So when you seek pleasure in eating junk, pleasure in watching junk, pleasure in doing some activity which you like to do, you have dopamine release. Pleasure in just scrolling social media, just mindlessly just scrolling, that is also pleasure for that moment. But you have no idea how much it is damaging you, how it is actually altering your brain, and how it is not good for long term. Apart from your eyes and all those parts, so definitely you are losing your eyesight, but how it is altering your brain, you have no idea. There are so many social media influencers who have left social media because they have seen the negative side of it. So I'm not discouraging that, but I'm just saying that it is dopamine release. Dopamine means you get a kick, that because we're constantly looking for that pleasure, from one pleasure to another pleasure to another pleasure. We're constantly looking, but the human mind is not made for that. We have to have ups and downs. So there should be time in your day when you're bored. I'm telling you, there should be times in your day when you're bored. You should be bored, because when you're bored, that means you have nothing else to do. You're just sitting with yourself, and that is the time actually when you really observe yourself. There, during that time, your monsters will come online actually. Monsters as in big ideas will come online. You will suddenly have solution to so many problems which were going on, and you are just ignoring those. You're not observing or not doing anything about them. They will come online. That is such a support. So there are days, I mostly do not interact too much with people. So there are days when I am totally bored. I'm telling you, there are hours and hours I'm bored, because I will not go and scroll social media. I'm bored sitting there, and I just sit and observe. I just observe, what am I thinking? I just observe, what am I feeling? That's how I like to do that. And that is when the solution comes. That is when big ideas come. Okay, why not we do this? Okay, why not we find another way of doing same thing? That happens. So that is why pleasure is good, but not all the time, right? And then comes peace. So peace, I was talking about the serotonin release. So serotonin, what happens is it calms down your nervous system. It relaxes you. So whenever you do anything which is peaceful, like deep breathing, like drinking water, like taking care of your loved one, like simple things like watering the plant, that itself gives you so much peace, because it releases serotonin. It releases the sense of being. So there is a difference between being energy and doing energy. Dopamine is doing energy. That is a masculine energy. and being energy is feminine energy. We have already created a couple of videos on feminine and masculine energies and how they influence our life, and how being energy is very, very important. Please watch those on our YouTube channel. You will get a lot more clarity on that. And yeah, so pleasure again. One more thing which I wanted to share before we end this session, that about the triggers. So there are many people who have worked a lot on themselves and they still feel triggered. They still feel angry, they still feel sad about something, they still feel lost in situations. My humble request, suggestion, advice to all my lovely beautiful souls and my beautiful family is that who has labeled, I will share that reel. I just love that reel. Somebody shared that long ago, couple of years ago, and that person was telling you, if you feel triggered, it's okay. I mean, that means you still have some work to do. But who has put the timeline on that? Take your time, take as much time as you can, and just heal yourself. Just, it's okay. It's like many lifetimes work which is pending on you. So all you have to do is you have to start allowing those things to unfold and keep healing one thing at a time. And as you heal yourself, you will see there will be a time when you have quantum jump, when a lot of healing will happen in just one go. But for that you have to reach to a certain stage where that acceleration happens very fast. So that will help you. I hope this conversation was meaningful for some of you, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any other questions, anything you want to share or talk, I will be here for 1 or 2 minutes more. I'll be happy to hear from you. Sahini, yeah, thank you for this. My kids also listening and they understand your talk. Thank you so much. I mean, that's really great that kids are listening, and I really want our kids to understand the fundamentals as early as possible, and that is how we can actually build our nation. India is rising. Our each child is so precious and so evolved, is so sensitive. Our children are much more evolved spiritually than us. We all have to accept it. We have to start listening to them and their intuitions instead of shutting them down, instead of saying that kya bol rahe ho. No, please do not do that. If they are challenging your belief system, please do not get triggered. And even if you got triggered at that point of time, come back and reflect on that, what this child was trying to tell me. So it is always a learning experience, and our children have come with us to help us accelerate on our journey. So that will be really good. So I guess we don't have any more questions here or any more things to discuss for today. We'll wind up today, and I will look forward for your constant support, love, and presence in my life. This is really meaningful, and I enjoy sharing as and when I can, and as and when I have something good to share or something meaningful to share. I might not be seen every day, but it happens as and when needed. So somebody has asked, do you get angry ever? If yes, on what? We all have anger, and anger is not bad. We have to stop labeling emotions. There is no negative or positive emotion. It is only an emotion which is little lower in vibration or a higher vibration emotion. That's it. So when you do our chakra course, you understand how anger is rooted in our root chakra. All our emotions are actually rooted in our each chakras. When we understand that, we are able to move that from our field. So yes, I do get angry, and the best part is that before getting angry, I see anger coming. So I know that now I will get angry. Now the irritation level is going a little higher and I will get angry. So I warn people around me that I am now going to get very angry. So it's better. So my people around me, they are very understanding, and they know that when I say on purpose that I am going to get angry on this, so they just stop there itself. They know that no going further at this point. So that is how it happens. And on what I get angry, I am a little time freak, organizer. I am little organized in my things, so I don't like the random stuff coming up in my life because that creates a little bit of chaos. So that is one of the most important thing which agitates me even now. Although I try to go with the flow, but still I like to be more organized, because that way I can do many things in a day. Otherwise, chaotic energies, I cannot manage so many chaotic energies. That is why I do not like that. But that's okay, I'm working on that as well. And I'm not saying that we are all going to become zen and not getting angry ever. We have to get and honor all emotions. Only thing is, knowledge is power. When I have understood myself, through my chakras, I am again and again telling you guys, please try to get the scan done. That gives you huge information about yourself. You will be surprised where was this information. I was not aware of that. So that is a simple couple of questions. We have created couple of questions. You just go through those questions. We do the analysis and give you the chakra report. That gives you a hint of your chakra system. And if you are interested in getting or understanding the course and each chakra, then you can take a course that is also available. Usually right now, till at this point, I take Akashic Records reading course and chakra course one-on-one, because I feel that the energy is important when we share. But going forward, maybe over the period of time, we will develop LMS where we will provide this information through video on demands. Then I think that will be more convenient for many of you to watch it at your convenience. So I hope this helps, and thank you so much for joining me today, and have a blessed 10/10 portal, upcoming solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, and happy Navaratri to all of you. Thank you so much.